Hello, hi, my name is Jacob Adams. I'm a fitness and leadership coach. I am here with Dr. Sophia Kennedy, who recently did a 24-day challenge in around July time, right?
Around August.
August, okay. And you, Dr. Kennedy, what was your experience? What were you doing prior to doing this 24-day challenge with Advocare? What had you already done, and what were you doing? What was your state prior to getting started with the 24-day challenge? Where were you at with it?
Okay, before, for a few years actually, I tried other ways to lose weight,
Okay.
to just be healthier. And so a couple of months before I started the 24-day challenge, I was trying like another way to lose weight. And I think that helped me to prepare.
What was the way? Do you know?
I don't know if you know the Weight Watchers.
Okay, Weight Watchers.
Count points.
Points, okay, yeah.
And that had worked fairly well before. I think in this case, it helped me prepare for the 24-day challenge.
Okay.
Because I was already like ready for it.
Was it 7 pounds, I think you had lost prior to starting the challenge? Is that correct?
7 or 8 pounds before the 24-day challenge.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then, so what sort of inspired you to say, okay, so you had 7 pounds down. Some people get that and they say, okay, well, good for me. And they kind of maybe even go back to where they were, right?
Sure.
So what inspired you to dig deeper and say, you know what, I'm going to commit and go a little bit more and push a little further?
Yeah. Well, I had a huge motivator. Actually, several. One was that I knew I needed to lose weight. I was overweight already. And I'd never been told by my doctor that I needed to lose weight, but he told me that about the middle of this year or so. Okay. And also a huge motivator was that my daughter was getting married in October. Mm-hmm. So I would think that every mother of the bride wants to look her best.
Of course.
And, so I had that huge motivator that I had about 5-6 months before my daughter got married. So I was ready. Okay. I was in the correct frame of mind that I needed to be in. And I think that's important. And I think that really helped me. Of course, the motivator helped me a lot, but that I was just mentally prepared for it.
Okay.
I think that's important.
And at that time, we did have a competition, and that does help, right? We had a prize up for it was a cash prize at that time, and that's good. Obviously that does help. I mean, and I know that you had to go on to another wedding, so you didn't get to weigh in to actually fully compete for that.
Right.
And so the doctor tells you lose weight, and here you have a competition, kind of coming there, and obviously it's a good time as far as everything's aligned, but emotionally, how did it feel? Obviously you have the doctor, you have a big wedding, there's a prize coming up, so things are aligning there, but what do you feel? What's the moment where you say, what's the emotion right before you take that leap and say, I'm going to do this?
It's exciting, and you just feel like this is it. I have to do it. There's no more time.
Okay.
I think that when you don't have that kind of motivation, you'll just give yourself another month or so before you start. But I just felt ready. Yeah. And I think that that's really important. A person has to just decide, this is it. I have to lose weight. I'm ready for it. I'm going to give it my all, and let's do this. So I felt really good about it.
Everything was.
I felt excited. I felt ready.
It was everything had aligned for you. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You had an emotional reason, a memory with Anna, and everything was just aligned. And then you had a doctor, scientific, so everything's there. Right. Okay. And so why Advocare? There's many options in the marketplace. We said Weight Watchers. There's Jenny. I don't know if Jenny Craig's still around. I'm just saying there's so many options. It's a very competitive market. Supplementation, diets, the works. There's ketos. It goes crazy. So what about Advocare? What did you see that made it special? I mean, why did you choose Advocare? Obviously, again, we talked about some of the external factors. There was a prize going on, and that does motivate people. It does. Yes. But there's got to be more. Was there something else that you saw with Advocare that you said, because it's a risk, because you have a time, you had a timeline.
Sure. Yeah.
So you took a risk in a way.
Right.
So what did you see that made it Advocare worth the shot?
Well, I've seen you for years now, you and your sister Michelle, and you're convinced that it works, that it helps. And I had actually tried the 24-day challenge before.
About 4 years, almost 4 years ago.
I
About
can't remember if it was that long ago, but
almost 5, almost.
Yes, that's right. I think so. I tried it, or I had started it, but didn't get far at all.
Okay, so there was a different outcome then.
Yeah, I had wanted to try it before because, I mean, I could tell by all accounts that it worked.
Okay.
It was helping people, the supplements, the 24-day challenge, it was getting people, on track and so forth.
Yeah.
I could tell that, but I just wasn't prepared back then. I think you have to be mentally prepared, and you have to just decide, this is it, I'm going to do it. I see the success of people, and
there is a little like a gathering of internal resources and an external preparation, right? I agree with you.
Right, it's necessary. It's necessary, yes.
Okay, and so you saw that you had seen, okay, you tried it before, it helped, and so you said, okay, well, it's there. You just said it had to be me in a way, like you're like, I have to complete it. So you saw like it was there. But this time you said you brought your full self to the table, kind of.
And the other was that, and this is important, the other was that when I was trying like the Weight Watchers diet, I was losing weight, but I just felt that something else was needed. I thought supplements is what I need. Something to help me.
Kind of like a boost, yeah.
Yeah, and I heard you time and time again. It's what it is. It's what a person that is serious about losing weight needs, because you get hungry, you have cravings.
Yeah.
You're trying to cut out sugar and flour, but it takes a while for your body to adjust to that. And while you're trying to adjust, the Advocare supplements help you go over that.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think Advocare was just perfect for that time, and for my my journey into losing so much weight. It was perfect. It's what I needed.
Okay, I love it. And so what did you do? So you did the 24-day challenge. Okay, tell us about that. Let's go to day 1 then. You have 7 pounds already in prior to starting, because we're going to tell the viewer your actual result here in a bit, what has happened since then. Okay. But what did you do day 1 of the 24-day challenge? What does it feel like those first 3, 4, 5 days? Because I personally knew what you were going through, your weigh-ins and everything, but you tell me, what did you end up doing, and how does that feel for somebody?
Yeah, again, it was like a great help, a great relief, because now I didn't have to figure it out myself. The 24-day challenge comes with a neat little book that tells you, these are the proteins, these are the complex carbs, these are the veggies, the vegetables that you can eat. And then it tells you also, this is a portion, it's 3 grams of protein per meal. And so just
3 ounces, I think, right?
What did I say?
Grams, but it's okay.
Sorry, 3 ounces.
But I'm a stickler because I'm always thinking about grams and ounces.
Yeah. 3 ounces, that's correct. 3 ounces. So just having that guide, I didn't have to try to figure out, well, how much should I eat? What should I eat? So just having that guide was phenomenal. I mean, it just was so helpful. I didn't have to figure things out. And then the book also tells you exactly which supplement to take at what time, before which meal.
Right.
So all that, it's just like, oh my goodness, that's just the answer to it all. You don't have to figure anything out. It's right there. Do this for breakfast or before breakfast. This is optional, and then right before lunch do this, and during lunch do this, and eat this, and also all the foods were, fantastic. You no longer have to be eating burgers or eating out. It's just, you get to eat at home. You get to prepare your food, and that's huge. That's really huge. Your whole way of eating and your whole diet, your whole way of just nourishing yourself changes completely for the better.
I love that. And so what is the actual, feeling as far as the struggle? Like, in other words, day one, you want to trim down because you have a dress to fit in for the wedding.
Right.
So what did you feel like day 1, day 2, day 5, day 10? What's that emotion? What are you doing when you wake up? And see, because someone's watching this and they may think, hey, can I do this? I mean, you could look at them in the eye and say, hey, listen, it's this, or I felt this way. When you weighed in every morning, at what rate were you losing weight? Because some people want to lose weight. It's common. So what would you tell that person, and how fast was the result? That's a good question. How fast was the result during this challenge?
During the 24-day challenge, I actually lost weight faster than before.
Okay.
Before, with the Weight Watchers, I was losing about, when I was true to the routine, the diet, I could lose about 2 pounds a week. I was losing about 2 pounds a week. With Advocare, though, I ended up losing about 3.5 pounds. No, it's about 3 weeks. About 3 pounds a week is what I ended up losing.
Yeah, that's about right. That's what I recall, something like that.
About 3 pounds a week. So more than the other diets. But what's important is just how I felt. I did not feel hunger, which I felt very often with other diets.
Right.
Did not feel any hunger. I mean, you eat plenty and you have snacks. So I was very excited. It just all throughout, really. And the supplements help you a lot because they energize you. They help you not to have cravings, not to feel hunger.
And energy is sort of a generic word, and I don't mean that as an insult. It's what you said. In other words, in the supplement world, in the diet world, the word energy can mean so many different things to so many different people, right? Of course.
Right.
So how did the energy feel to you? You said you had more energy. So what does this energy feel like? Because I think in Advocare, what I've seen is our supplements have I don't want to use the adjectives because I'm asking you. So what about you? How would you describe this energy that you're feeling, this increase in energy?
Yeah, just a lot more focus, Sebastian.
Yeah, he wanted to be in this show.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good intro.
You are able to get work done. You're able to concentrate. You're able to focus. You wake up with a feeling of, okay, let's get this going. Let's get this day going. I want to accomplish so much.
Assertiveness and focus.
Yeah, and just that. I mean, when you're hungry or when you're eating the wrong foods, you feel different. And during those 24 days, I felt good. I felt like I could do everything that I needed to do.
And you started a new job, and you were doing this. You were midway through your challenge. You started a new job.
Yes.
About a week left in the challenge.
Right.
And did it help you or hurt you? Kind of. That's a good question.
Oh no, it helped me tremendously.
And that's a big. Some people might say, "Oh, I started a new job. I can't diet." It's almost like, well, this actually can help you focus and be managed and sort of, hey, look, think about what you're going to eat, what supplements you're going to take, how much sleep are you going to get your water intake, and go.
Right.
Yeah.
The other part that's very, very critical, I think you can't do it without, that is just movement, exercise of some sort. I know that, and I learned that, and I wasn't going to do this 24-day challenge without some sort of exercise.
And what were you doing? What's your favorite exercise, or what did you do what have you been doing?
Yeah, it's just mostly walking.
Just walking.
But at the park, I have a local park just down the road that's really neat. They just installed some
the fitness stuff?
Yeah, some weight stations.
And you like those?
I love that.
Wow, and you're one of the few people that I've heard that has great results in using, but other people may be using them too, right?
A lot of people use them now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're becoming very popular. Every time I go, there are people there using them. But
that's a big credit to the city.
Yes, that's really great. But you can't do it just by changing your eating or your diet. You do have to move. You do have to find something, whatever you enjoy.
That's our 15-minute warning. It's no big deal. Just letting you know.
It could be as simple as just walking, which is what I do. But But I also try to do a very brisk walk because I wanted to count also. I wanted to help me with.
So you are pushing the walk. It's not just like, well, I'm here walking. You're kind of,
no.
you have with it an intentional walk.
I read somewhere and I learned that I try to keep the pace of 130 steps a minute.
And you're doing that.
And that's what I do.
Okay.
And sometimes I even set my timer just so that I'll keep that pace because that's important. You're out there, make it count.
Okay. So we know that you've established that you had a reason to do it. We've established that you did go through the process of creating energy. You stated that you follow the structure, which is why I think most people don't succeed in any endeavors. They don't follow the structure set. So you said that you did that. Okay, and so, and the sort of what everybody may be wanting to understand or know. So here we are, you had 7 pounds in, to be fair. You have 7 pounds before you started this. What was the final result? The challenge, the 24 days, was it a total of 9 pounds, I guess?
Yeah, about 9 pounds.
So that puts you at about 7 plus 9, about 16.
About 16 pounds at the end of the 24-day challenge.
And then total pounds since your whole sort of process is what?
To date, I've lost 36 pounds.
Which is it's astonishing, I think. Like you look healthier. You look like maybe 5-7 years younger. I mean, if that's okay, Tia?
Of course.
I mean, but what do you feel like? What do you feel like? That's what an external. What do you feel like now?
Yeah.
Your doctor said to lose weight. You had a wedding, but here you are, 36 pounds down.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
It feels phenomenal.
Okay.
Do you want to get that?
I mean, if it's you can kind of reach over and get it real quick.
No, you can just edit that, I guess.
And so, okay, so you feel phenomenal, okay, and you've done really good. You got so phenomenal meaning what? Like, what do you see yourself achieving now? Like, let's say going forward, where do you see yourself? For me, for example, phenomenal for me feels like, well, I have all these opportunities in front of me. I can do this now. I can do this now. What do you feel you can do now that maybe you felt I couldn't do before? Like, if anything.
Yeah. Oh, everything really. My life has changed for the better, just completely. I feel good. I feel young. I feel energized. I feel every morning I wake up just ready to go and just do a lot of work. I mean, a lot of things. I mean, I always have a lot of things going on. So I feel fantastic, and it's wonderful that all my clothes fit again.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I know that I look better. All my clothes fit me, and so it just has changed my entire life. I no longer eat out. I prepare all of my food, which I think is like the way to go. Really, you just never know what you're eating out.
Do you actually prefer? Some people sometimes in this world like think eating out is some big luxury, but to be honest, I myself don't really like that. All that salt. It's sort of a lot of more extra calories you don't really need. But what do you feel? I mean, how do you feel eating in more these days now?
Great. I mean, I go and I get my vegetables.